walk us through what's been going on the northern border, especially Hezbollah's attacks since October 7th?
We had more than 2,000 attacks coming from Lebanon. When I'm saying attacks, I don't necessarily mean the amount of missiles, because you can have 4 anti-tank missiles in one attack, and you can have 60 rockets or 80 or even 100 rockets in one attack. So you can understand that the numbers of projectiles are even bigger than that. These attacks are mainly to the areas that are evacuated. We have 60,000 Israelis that are actually displaced since this war started in 43 communities, meaning there are 43 ghost towns next to the Israeli-Lebanese border. People left their homes at the beginning of the war because they were afraid of another invasion, just like in the south, since this was the Hezbollah plan, and this is what Hezbollah was prepared for.
What do you think is Hezbollah's goal here?
Hezbollah wants to provoke an all-out war, while Israel was the one who was attacked on both fronts, the south and the north. Hezbollah is trying to drag Israel into war, and that way frame us as the aggressors, while actually we are already at war over here, to try to change completely the security reality and to enable 60,000 Israelis to go back to their homes. The question is in what price? We don't have enough shelters here. I'm speaking to you from my small bomb shelter at home. I cannot sleep here. If we'll have constant sirens, it is clear to me that I will have to evacuate as well. You cannot have a life under fire, under constant fire.
Obviously, Hezbollah has significantly more capabilities than Hamas. Tell us a little bit about what an all-out war between Israel and Hezbollah would look like.
It will be very different kind of war if Israel will initiate a campaign in Lebanon. It is clear that there will be damages for both sides, and Hezbollah will use its firepower, which is 10 times more than Hamas, rockets that can reach almost everywhere in Israel, tens of thousands of these. Some of them, a few thousands of them, are accurate missiles. A few thousands are drones, which are also accurate. Drones can cross and are already crossing our aerial defense systems daily. These amounts of rockets that I'm talking about can overwhelm the Iron Dome, and we expect that some of these will succeed in hitting infrastructures in Israel, whether military or civilian infrastructures. Hezbollah said very clearly that it will target civilian infrastructures in Israel as well, and not only military targets. In Lebanon, there will be destruction as well, since all these rockets are hidden inside the homes or under the homes of the Lebanese. We have no illusions here in Israel that the war against Hezbollah is more challenging than the campaign against Hamas. So the damages are going to be great for both sides.
What is the status of Israel's missile defense capabilities against Hezbollah in terms of Iron Dome, Iron Beam, Arrow? Does Israel have the capabilities to counter Hezbollah's missile arsenal?
Yes, but not in 100%. And since the terrain here is very, very different from the terrain in the south, meaning we have hills and valleys and trees, what we see in reality in the current 8 months of fighting is that the performance of our aerial defense systems, and I'm not talking just about Iron Dome, I'm talking about all of them, is not enough to stop mainly the UAVs. This became a true problem, and we see that many of them are crossing. We see soldiers are getting killed by these munitions and civilians. And one more thing, Iron Dome do not intercept rockets that are about to fall in open areas. Open areas in the north means a lot of fires. We have forests here. This causes a lot of damages, and it also put people's life at risk. So the aerial defense systems are crucial for our capability to deal and to face another front here, but they are clearly not a solution to make sure that we live here in security.
Are there lessons that the IDF has taken from the operation in Gaza that it will be able to use in a war against Hezbollah?
We learned that the IDF can do it, can fight in a very effective way against a terrorist organization that is hiding in tunnels and putting his own civilians as human shields.
What would be the role of U.S. support during Israel's campaign against Hezbollah?
We want hope here. Israelis need from United States the sense of hope that the West is winning, that democracy is winning, that the good will win against the evil. To make sure that the West is not surrendered to evil and to anti-democratic regimes that are religiously motivated like Iran. Of course, Israel needs the munitions, and Israel needs the support of United States in the UN Security Council to make sure that resolutions are not being passed while our hostages are not home yet, to make sure that everybody understands that a ceasefire is not necessarily peace, and we cannot go back to October 6th and take the risk that our enemies will attack us again. The goal is to make sure that terrorist organizations cannot massacre Israelis. This should be the goal. The goal should be that democracy will always win against terror.